Everybody, so hopefully you can hear me clearly, but on this broadcast I want to talk to you guys about how I'm shifting my target audience and how you can actually benefit from it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Well, hey guys, so listen, I'm so excited and I just want to make sure that y'all can all hear me. So I'm going to just double check real quick on one of my live broadcasts just to make sure. If you can hear me, go ahead and type into the chat space. Let me know what city and state that you're chiming in from. I don't have a microphone connected, so I just want to make sure. What city and state that you're okay, yeah, you can hear. Okay, awesome. So let's get into this. I am so thrilled and so grateful and so excited to be here. My name is Taria, and over the past almost now 10 years, I have been in this book world, speaking world, helping individuals to become published authors, helping individuals to learn how to leverage their books to take their businesses to the next level. And as we have continued to grow in this space, I've become one of, and this is just me telling my truth, right? But I've become one of the top notable book coaches in this space. We've helped more than 6,000 plus speakers and coaches to become published authors. We've helped to generate more than $10 million in sales since 2015 combined amongst our clients. I'm talking about clients' earnings. And we're just continuing to evolve. Over the past several months, I've also really started to be able to tap more into my additional, goals here while being here in this world. Hey, Keisha, hello, my love. How are you? And so, and y'all just comment. I can't post everybody's comment because, of course, like a lot of the updates. Oh, you know what? Let me make sure I'm live in the Facebook group. Just thought about that. But over the years, hold on, start the live. I've learned how to stream to Facebook groups too now, so that's pretty cool. But over the years, y'all, I've just continued to learn more about my clients, learn more about who I'm serving, how I'm serving individuals, what it takes to help people get to the next level. And I will say one of the best places to be in is in the space where you're actively learning like how to be able to better impact people and better take or to take more people's businesses to the next level. Hold on, I just want to make sure. Okay. Everyone. All right. So, as many of you guys know, if you've been following me for a minute, I have a company called Book Profits Club. And Book Profits Club has two different tiers. We have a tier, and I'm just going to go ahead and tell you all the prices. It's $97 a month. And this allows you guys to get access to be a part of our monthly or weekly meetings that we have. We also have an incredible online training as well as challenges that we have launched, which helps to keep people a little bit more focused on things that they need to be doing every single month. So we're launching these challenges, and what happens is when we have our conferences that take place twice a year, you also get the opportunity to receive awards. And one thing that I have come to learn is that people pay attention to recognition because recognition gets recognized, which is why we do our conferences to give you guys the opportunity to receive awards so that people can see it, right? And so we have that's 97, but you also get access to our software where you're able to send out, which basically we work through another company. And so if you decide you want to have the software through us, where we provide you with templates and stuff, or you decide you just want to have your own access, we make that all available. But in the BPC Gold membership, you're able to send out text messages, emails, even automations. Now, why is this valuable? Because it allows you to save money and also be plugged into a community that is designed to help you to grow your business. But then we also have Speakers Elite. So Speakers Elite is going to be for the person who is serious about building a six-figure business. And Speakers Elite provides what we're going to call the 4 pillars of platform resources. And so one of the things, if I could be transparent, over the years, my goal has always been, what more can I provide? What more can I provide? What more can I provide? And while we don't have a ton of different offers, our program has a lot of resources. And because we have so many different resources, sometimes it can become overwhelming and or confusing as to what is available. And so we want to be able to really kind of narrow it down and make it so that our clients can have the best amount of success. Also, as you guys know, we were awarded as our own Author All Stars Day, December the 15th in Atlanta, Georgia. And so super excited about that because we do have enrollment opening up for the third edition of Author All Stars magazine at our Ignite to Profits conference. And so that's taking place next month in Atlanta, where we will start the enrollment process for the 50 authors who are going to be highlighted in the third edition of the magazine, which is also another form of recognition, a source of marketing that you are able to use. However, one of the things that I paid attention to, guys, and by the way, drop in the chat space. Let me know what you guys do. Like, let me know, guys. And I'm going to show you some of the resources. Okay, so I'm going to show you the resources so you guys can see it. But definitely let me know what you do in the chat. Let me know where you guys are from, include your website and all that good stuff. Because I'm looking to identify people who want to make $250,000. But I'm going to have a conversation about how do you get to $250,000, okay? So anyways, with that stated, we provided all these resources. And what I realized is, if I could be transparent, is that sometimes providing more is not more, right? Sometimes less is more. I'm sure you guys have heard that saying before. And being able to really identify what are the things that our clients need. So there's two different types of people that we have found that have joined the Book Profits Club. We've got, hello, yes, resources and speakers. Amen. Lena, hello, Lena, one of our amazing BPC Inner Circle members who now has been able to, well, she's already on target, guys, to do this year alone. Let me see. She's definitely on target. And she's one of the qualified $250,000 earners. If not even more this year, just based on the momentum that's going to take place within her business over the next couple of months. So I just want to shout out to Lena for being an incredible member. Her website is, and put your intro statement, guys. So put your intro statement, yourartisticexpressions.com. So y'all put that in the chat space. Put what it is, like who do you serve? So I help XYZ to XYZ, right? Okay, so there's two different types of clients who typically have been joining Book Profits Club, okay? And so, and we'll always still be available to everyone who wants to be a part of a community. And where I really started paying attention is leaving this conference that we just did in Canada. So we were blessed. We were blessed to be able to go to this leadership conference where we had a total of 10 people who came out to this conference. Hello, Gregory. Hello, how are you doing? We had 10 people that were invited. We ended up with 9. And from the conference, listen, we had a tremendous amount of time. And one of the things that many of the other speakers told us was that they liked the camaraderie of the group. They loved the energy of our group. And that is one thing that I can tell you that you do not get in a lot of environments. I have been in several different types of programs and masterminds where to feel like you are amongst family is not something that is necessarily normal. And I don't take any credit for that. That credit only goes to God. And so, I'm grateful that we've been able to create this kind of a community where it is like family. But one of the things that I also know that is important is it's one thing to have a family, but also we want to make sure that people are seeing a return on their investment. So what are the two types of people that we typically have that join into our program? We have people who are new and they're trying to figure out who they serve and how they serve them. And I'm going to be transparent. To make $250,000, you cannot be someone who is trying to figure out who you serve and how you serve them. Does that make sense? So you have to kind of know. You have to have kind of gotten results. And in the process of identifying who you serve and how you serve them, that can take some time. It can take time trying to figure out who your target audience is. It can take time trying to figure out what your transformation is going to be. And so, for me, I've been in this space now, again, it's been 10 years almost. So it's not something that I'm new with. It's not something that I just identified yesterday. Y'all, I identified my target audience back in 2015 when I decided, here's Takara. Hello, Takara, another one of our incredible BPC family members who's doing phenomenal things. And so she's going to, both of the Lena and Takara are going to be at the conference. So I'm so excited. Chrissy, what's going on, Chrissy? Chrissy and Keisha, y'all know y'all stay together, honey. Rocking and rolling all over the world. So one of the things that I have come to quickly learn is that the biggest challenge that most entrepreneurs have today, the reason why there's such a gap between the top 3% who earn 97% of the money and then 97% who earn 3% of the money, the reason why there's such a big gap is because it's easy to get lost in the sauce. And so when you have an entrepreneur who's coming into the space of, okay, I've written this book, I now want to be a public speaker, I now want to impact and change lives, it's very easy to look at what other people are doing and get very lost in chaos. And I'm going to tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not willing to stick with something for an extended period of time, you can't have success. You just can't. And I see so many people that come into BPC, yes, and I'm being very transparent here, and they'll start off with saying, this is going to be my target audience. And they'll start doing some of the work. They say, okay, I'm going to plug in, I'm going to do the work. They might give it a week. They might give it 2 weeks. Most people do not give it a month of consistent activity. And not even consistent, if I could be honest. Majority of most people don't even do the entire system, like the entire equation, because there's an equation that we give to our students. And so what happens is we start doing it, we see a little bit, but we're not seeing full results. And so we're like, okay, this don't work. Or in the process of doing it, then all of a sudden somebody else pops up that you feel like, how are they winning and I'm not? Or how is it that they seem to be having success doing exactly what I do and I've not gotten there yet? And we're comparing our lives or comparing our business to that person's work that they've been doing for a while. This is the deal. Just because you never heard of them doesn't mean that they've not been there working on their seeds. When you sow a seed into the ground, you must understand that it takes work. But this is the deal. I need y'all to hear me on this one. You sow the seed, and then, this is why I love oak trees. Because when you sow an oak tree seed, which we know is the size of this, a mustard seed of faith, and you sow that seed, first of all, it takes a while for that seed to even create something to come above ground, for you to even see results. But I want you to picture it like this, and this is how many people operate in business. They sow their seed of activity, and they look at the ground waiting for it to work. They say, okay, well, let me keep on doing a little bit more work. Let me put a little bit more water on it. Let me make sure, I take care of the ground. Let me till it up and do all the different things. And you say, okay, cool. I'm seeing, I'm hoping that, and eventually maybe you see a leaf pop up. You say, well, this ain't good enough. And you stop watering the seed. And somebody else said, you know what? It's these other seeds over here. You need to plant those. You stop watering that seed. What happens to that plant? It dies. And then you have to start all over again. And this is what I consistently see by a majority of people who join into the program. It's like they start and then they stop. And they start and then they stop. They start and then they stop. And then they're looking at someone else, and we're readjusting who our audience is. We're readjusting who what our transformation is. We're readjusting what the results are going to be. And we're getting frustrated because we're not feeling like it's working for us. And I'm going to tell you, the reason why I know for a fact it was able to work for me is because I wasn't only focusing on who my target audience was, I was actually doing all of the work. And one of the most important pieces of the work is doing presentations and sales calls. I promise you, if you are not getting on the phone doing one-on-one calls with people, regardless of who your audience is, it's hard to make sales. And you got to figure out a way to get on the phone. I put a post up just the other day. That, and some of y'all saw the post. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to resize this. Some of y'all saw the post that I put up just the other day, right? And it says, I'm changing my target audience to those who want to make $250,000 And I've got so many people just commenting on the post alone and saying, I'm ready to work. Well, guess what, y'all? You think I'm just going to, those people who said I'm serious and I'm ready to work, I'm just going to say, okay, great. No, this is an opportunity for me to say, wonderful, what's your schedule like? Let's get on the phone. Because I'm looking to identify people who are serious. Does that make sense? And so what many of us do is we pray and we hope that somebody's going to get started. Also, we do another thing where we get distracted and we confuse our audience. One day we're saying we offer this, the next day we're saying we offer that. And most people do not know what it is that we offer. And the challenge behind not knowing what it is what we offer is that people don't trust you. The reason why I have people who've been following me for now almost 10 years, they're willing to invest because they have seen that I have not shifted. And so when we talk about someone who's wanting to make $250,000, this is going to be a person that has already started to serve clients. This is a person who has already said, I am laser focused. You cannot throw me off of what I'm doing right now. I've got several clients. This is a person who is saying, but what I need to Ria is I need to get on more platforms. But what I need to Ria is I want to learn how to be able to make my offer more solid. What I need to Ria is how can I increase my product price so that I can take it to the next level. Does that make sense? And so we have those people who first come into the BPC who are trying to figure out who they serve and how they serve. But then we also have that client that's like, I know who my audience is. I know what my messaging is, but I just now need to know how to get on more platforms. Does that make sense, guys? Right? Amen, Takara. We have to stay in our lane. Vision plus identity equals purpose. Amen. We've got to be able to have that. And listen, let me tell you something. In this world of social media, having vision and not allowing yourself to fall prey to the visions of other people's whose visions were not given to you, it can be difficult. God didn't give you their vision, but yet we see their lives and we see their success and we're like, maybe I should shift my audience. Maybe I should shift what I want to sell. Maybe. And I'm telling you, every single month, every other month, every quarter, whatever that may be, if we don't stick to the plan, people lose trust. People don't think your value is your value. Think about it. If you were going to have brain surgery and you found out that this brain surgeon every 2 years has switched up their profession. First, they started off doing cosmetic surgery. Then they started doing heart surgery. Then they started doing elbows and knees. What would you say? Would you say, okay, no problem, I'm about to go get my surgery from this brain surgeon that just keeps switching up their what they do? You would be like, heck no. First of all, you might say, well, what happened to the other things? Why didn't you stick with them? Right? Why aren't you still sticking with them? And so I just want to encourage anyone. Guys, I've been doing this for 10 years, y'all. There are still people. I got on the phone with someone, not yesterday, but like about a month ago, doing a sales call, discovery session call. And she said, Taria, I talked to you back in 2012 when you first wrote your book. Now, mind you, I wasn't really pitching what I do, but I did have people who were interested. This is over 10 years, guys. And so imagine what type of focus it has to take. Takara and I were talking. She was saying, that's why I have to be careful about the coaches. All of us do. We've got to be careful about the certifications that we're trying to go get. We've got to be careful about the coaches that we're going to listen to. I'm telling you, the reason why many of our coaching programs that we've enrolled into may not be working is because we enroll into a program and then we go see somebody else has a different strategy and we try to follow that. Well, two strategies that have different action steps that may produce the same results combined can't work. You've got to be willing to follow one course until successful. Focus. Follow one course until successful. And so anyways, we have two different tiers of clients that we want to work with. Those who are just still trying to figure it out. But I'm telling you, it's a challenge. And it's not even a challenge of just trying to figure it out. It's a challenge of staying confident in your decision. Amen. And so, yes, because God has called me, and I've always said this, you can go back as far as 2010. Well, maybe not 10. 12, maybe 2012, I have always said that my purpose here in this world is to impact the lives of men and women in mind, body, and soul. It has always been my purpose. That has never changed. But one of the things that I do also understand is that for some people, in order for them to trust you with something that can be that deep, you've got to earn their trust in different ways. How do I earn the trust in the ear of people? Is I've been showing people how to be effective with not only writing a book, but how to leverage a book to build a successful business. And I already know that getting into this space, I could have 1,000 people who have enrolled into my program, and out of 1,000, only 200 of them will even really do any kind of work. And out of that 200, y'all, only about 50 of them will make a significant income. Why do I know that? Because that is just the law. It's not because a program is less or better. It's because the average person is just not willing to stay confident in their decision. Well, my shift. So if anybody has been following my journey, God has definitely opened up my spiritual eye in a way that, oh man, it's just amazing. And I am so grateful that God has taught me how to speak and educate and train and do all those things. And so while I will continue to grow my business or have the business of Book Profits Club and helping individuals to earn the six figures, specifically also taking it to the $250,000, I'm starting to get multimillionaires who are reaching out and want to know how to be able to take their book to another level. I did a strategy session, a 1-hour strategy session with a multimillionaire. I'm not gonna say names because it is private, but recently I did one where him and I went over strategy on how to take his book to multiple thousands just on the pre-launch, and then how to leverage that to build a multiple $1 million conference from the book. These are the types of clients that God is definitely positioning me in front of. Now, in order to be able to better serve those types of clients, I also know that what we're doing in Book Profits Club, we got to be able to position people to get to that level. And so we're going to be launching at the Ignite to Profits. It's still going to be Book Profits Club. So we still have our 2 tiers. $97 is how you can get started in gold. That is literally selling 4 books a month. 4 books, we'll say 5. 5 books a month, it takes care of your membership. 5 books. It's not difficult to do. But for those who are saying, Taria, I am serious and I'm ready, we have Speakers Elite. Now we have our inner circle, which honestly is a lot of stuff where we do for them. So we create speaker sheets for them. We create media articles for them. We create press releases for them. We create a website for them that is for their speakers page. We create a capture page for them. We create 7 automation emails. We have mastermind conferences. We put them on our stages. What did I do? I got tickets for them to go to a conference to be recognized. We have video recordings that we do. We do social media content. It's a lot. It is a lot. And a lot of times what I have come to learn is that sometimes having all those deliverables may not necessarily be what everybody needs. And so how can we then get you what you guys need with the best investment for you? Amen? That's what we're going to be launching at Ignite to Profits. So it's not that we're necessarily changing our deliverables and things like that, but we're going to make available to you guys some of these options based on where you are, what's going to work best for you. We are partnering up with organizations who are doing international conferences so we can get you on more international stages. As you guys know, we're going to Ghana at the end of the year for a leadership conference that we are putting together. We just got back from Canada. We're going to be doing a conference in Dubai. We're going to be doing some more conferences in other international locations as well as local locations. We have our Ignite to Profits and Author All-Stars Conference, where you have the opportunity to come and to receive awards based on your accomplishments. Why are awards important? Because recognition gets recognized. And so quarterly, we're going to create 4 different pillars to prepare you guys based on where you want to go. I want to ask you guys a question and type in the chat. If you would like to be on more media outlets, that means media outlets like magazines, specific to magazines, whether it's printed or online. So more online magazine outlets. If you would like to be on more of those, I want you to type 1 in the chat. If you are interested in learning how to get on more conference stages and then what to do when you get on those conference stages, I want you to type 2 in the chat. You might be all of them, okay? If you want to know how to get on more news platforms, and once you get on those news platforms, how do I leverage my book? How do I leverage that to get more leads and build multiple streams of income? I want you to type 3 in the chat. And if you also want to know how to get onto more podcasts, and a podcast could be whether it's virtual or physical, and you want to learn, and then when I get on the podcast, how do I leverage that properly? How do I get more leads? Following up with those leads, I want you to type 4. So 1, we're talking about magazines. 2, we're talking about stages, right? Did I say 2 was stages? I think I did. 3, we're talking about news, the news like ABC, Fox. And then 4, you're going to type 4 if you want to get on more podcasts. These are going to be some of the major focuses because I paid attention. And this only happens when you actually enroll clients. When you enroll clients and you lose clients. By the way, you do know that you'll have people that will enroll into your programs and they'll leave. That's not a bad thing. Churn is not a bad thing. What that does is it allows you to learn how to better your program, but also know that you could be literally handing people gold on a platform, gold on a whatever, and they're still going to not stay because that's just because social media allows us to be easily distracted. So I don't ever get upset about stuff like that. But what I do learn is how can we better and pay attention to the stuff that people are really liking. So I'll show you guys real quick just some of the stuff that we provide to our BPC members that many people don't even know that is available. Where if you were actually investing into another program, you would easily be spending on a monthly basis $2,500, $5,000 per month. And this is available to our Speakers Elite and Inner Circle. And I don't know if people really know, but it is something that we provide, right? So I'm just going to show you guys. I'm going to share my screen, and then we are going to get ready to wrap this up. But again, I am looking for individuals who are serious about making $250,000. Now, what is the first step? Okay, Taria, this sounds great. I might be one of those individuals who's still trying to figure it out. Okay, great. Bookprofitsclub.com. All you got to do is go to bookprofitsclub.com. Okay. But if you're saying to me that I'm definitely one of those people who want to get on more stages, I'm definitely one of those people who want to get on more media, I'm definitely one of those people who want to take my business and learn how to leverage these opportunities, then that's where Speakers Elite is going to be for you. So let me share my screen real quick. Okay, there we go. So right here, when you go to the Speakers Elite, you'll see there's a ton of training here, but the promoting is where you want to pay special attention to. We literally have gone and done the research and found podcasts for you that you can go ahead and pitch yourself to. We have TEDx opportunities that you can actually apply for. We literally have hundreds to thousands almost of conferences right now looking for speakers. We have media outlets that you can also pitch to. Now, within our software, we've also created automations so that, let's just say you go here and you find a conference that you want to speak at, and you apply, and then you want to follow up with this conference, you can utilize the software to do just that. Matter of fact, maybe I might just show y'all. 1 second. Let me just make sure. I'm going to pull up my camera because I want to make sure before I pull up somebody's private information. And I'll show you how easy it is to do this. So, 1 sec. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so this is one of the resources. So right here where we have the conferences looking for speakers, you click here and look at this. We have tabs of previous conferences taking place all over the U.S., like all down here. Pennsylvania, Indiana, Wilmington. Well, okay, yeah, I was going to say some may not be populated. Houston, Texas. And the cool thing about people who host events, those are great people to pitch to. Because if they've already done events, you should pitch to them because they may be looking for some new speakers. But here's some conferences right here that are actually looking for speakers. So I might go in here and search for maybe leadership, right? And so I want to find some leadership stuff, right? We just spoke at a leadership conference, right? And so leadership. And so they'll give you a link of where you can go to apply. But maybe right here, I'm going to also send them an email after I've applied, which the fortune is in the follow-up. I want to show you how we would use the software, okay? So I'm going to go here and copy the email, and then I'm going to go here to create a new contact. Okay. Now I'll go here to the conference and well, let me paste the email in there first. Oh, shucks. So we have it like protected so that you can't necessarily just take all of the emails out and send it like that. So it might pop up. Here we go. Okay. So put the email and then we're going to put the name of the conference, which is because the fortune is always in the follow up. And we're going to put the name of the conference here. And then what I can do is once I've added this email address, I'm going to go ahead and click save. And then I can add them to an automation, right? So let me go ahead and search for that contact. And this is all in the software that we provide, whether you are BPC Gold or BPC Elite. Now, you must be Elite to get access to these resources that we're showing you. So if you don't want to get access to the resources, you can always do your own research to find it. So I have gone ahead and applied. And so you got to apply to the conference first. But the fortune, again, is in the follow-up. So I have their email right here. And what I can do is simply add them to an automation that we send you the template to. And it's a pitch automation, conference speaking pitching. And I'm going to add it right now. And watch this. Boom. So now I've applied to speak at this conference, and guess what? It has sent them this detailed email that says, hey, I want to send you a copy of Hello Team. My name is Taria Vaughn. I'm sending this email. I have an amazing conference I want to speak at. I want to send you a copy of my book. And you can literally just sit down every day and maybe pitch yourself to just 1 to 5 different conferences that we're doing the research for you per day. And imagine when you get on those stages, guys, guess what happens? When you get on a stage, you're now able to get in front of new audiences and build your database. For some of us, this is going to be one of the most lucrative ways to build your database is by getting on what we like to call OPPs, other people's platforms. And so in our Book Profits Club program, we have what we call the success schedule. And this is where we teach you the 5 things that you want to be doing on a monthly or weekly basis in order to obtain the success, whether it's getting your first customer or getting to the $250,000 business. But one of the things I want to make sure we focus on is also showing you about the OPPs. Well, anyways, guys, I didn't see nobody type 1, 2, 3, 4 in the chat. So I'm not sure if people want the platform that are watching, but I do know for the thousands of people that we've come across, what people love the most is they love those opportunities to get on stages, to be able to present. Shucks, I remember we had an inner circle member that was like, didn't have no customers yet, but because we had gotten on so many media platforms, that's what we do in inner circle. We get you on so many magazines and things like that. They was like, man, I'm ready to quit my job. I'm like, wait a minute now, we got to get some customers, got to have some income. Because, the platforms are designed for you to get exposure, but you have to be willing to follow with those leads so you can make the income. Well, y'all, that is all that I got. It's been a privilege and a pleasure. We're going to continue to keep on doing some things here and teaching you some of the things, again, at Ignite to Profits. If you have not registered and you can get to Atlanta, you do not want to miss this event. I promise you, it is going to be amazing. I'm talking to some of my VIP millionaire friends that are going to be there as well. It's going to be awesome. If you go to ignitetoprofits.com, you can get a gold ticket. We have sold out of the platinum tickets, but a gold ticket will also qualify you if you're an author to receive an award. And remember, recognition gets recognized. So come on out, man. Come on and be a part of this incredible conference. We would love to see you guys there. Just go to ignitetoprofits.com. Also, y'all, I'm still trying to figure out how in the world this thing is still not going live. But we'll figure it out eventually. So, yeah, so ignitetoprofits.com is where you want to go. If you are interested in being one of the people that I can work with and show how to get to that $250,000, I'm going to first suggest that you need to be at least a part of BPC Gold. Kind of plug a little bit and get yourself familiar to the program so that you can learn more. So one of the things we're going to start doing is once per month, we're going to have a live session where all BPC members will be able to join in. Not our Monday night sessions, which are where we share wins. But what I find is that a lot of times people don't really ask questions on the Monday night sessions. So we're going to add in an additional one time per month where you guys will be able to get some coaching directly from me. I charge $1,000 for an hour session with me. So this gives you an opportunity to get a group session and even plug into maybe questions that people don't ask you didn't know. The second thing is we're going to start in the Booked to Speak Facebook group doing a network event that's going to be once per month. Also, we have partnered with some amazing people. We're going to be having, in fact, June the 2nd, we've got a publishers conference, a virtual publishers conference. So for those of you guys who are serious and ready to finally write your book, we're going to be having that conference coming up so that you can plug into that. We've got other things that we're going to be unveiling. So make sure that you do not get disconnected. All right, guys. And so I'm just grateful to be here. I pray that you guys have an amazing day today. I pray that God blesses you with vision, with great relationships, with health, with finances, and all of the above. All right, y'all. So again, come on out to ignitetoprofits.com. Make sure you also check out Book Profits Club. And that is all that I have for now. Love you and bye for now. Yay!